First tonight, a former rugby league star has spoken out on television for the first time about how he experienced a breakdown at the end of his playing career.
Leon Pryce, who played for Bradford and Hull FC, says he reached such a low point 15 months ago that only going into rehab saved his life.
Today, he's been talking publicly to health professionals in East Yorkshire about what they can do to help people showing signs of mental health problems. We'll hear more from Leon after this from Katie Oscroft.
Suicide is the biggest killer in men under the age of 40 in England.
Opening up about a time when he was at his lowest ebb. Leon Pryce was at the top of his game, then his world fell apart.
The way that I've been brought up is any problems that you have is you're kept inside, get on with it, deal with it, man up, be tough, be strong. Any injuries, you don't show pain, don't show weakness, and in the end up I think there's only so much that you can take. So trying to be the tough guy and being macho is probably half of the reason that I ended up in the place I was, drinking a lot, depressed, isolating myself, not speaking, antidepressants.
A community point of view is provided by...
On the front line of mental health services, Leon Pryce's words are welcomed.
He's used his sport as his way of coping, and I think for young people it is about finding the something that helps you cope. But for him, he's an inspiration, so for him to sit there and talk about the things that he struggles with kind of says to other people that maybe it is okay to say that it's not good at the moment.
Elsewhere, there are courses aimed at men who may be reluctant to admit their problems.
Our data has found out that courses last year, there was very few men that enrolled onto our courses. So we wanted to this year just tackle that issue so that men can come in, share experiences, share interests, and don't feel so alone.
But as health services set out their wares today, an admission that problems like Leon Pryce's need more resources.
So mental health has always been a bit of a Cinderella service in relationship to the NHS, so we need to continue to just say how important mental health services are. There's been a lot more investment over the last couple of years in relationship to mental health services, but it's not enough with the growing demand that we find on our services.
And cried my eyes out.
Leon Pryce, meanwhile, says he talks about his darkest days to help others. Katie Oscroft, ITV News.
Well, before he spoke to the conference this afternoon, I caught up with Leon for his first television interview, and I asked him if even just talking to us was difficult in itself.
Yeah, it's quite difficult, really. Like I say, I think you can feel quite embarrassed by it, but I think I'm in a place mentally now where I'm in a good place, and I feel confident enough to talk about, some of my problems and my experiences and what helped me get over my problems. So I think any time soon it probably would have been a little bit more of a challenge, but I feel in a good place now to be able to try and help people with my message and with sharing my experiences.
How bad did it get for you after you retired?
Yeah, it got very bad. I probably had about 2 or 3 months where I was really off the rails and very, very lost. I was kicked out of home and living with my mum. My wife was pregnant at the time. I'd come to the end of my playing career, so I wasn't sure what kind of work I was going to be in the following year. So I ended up going to a charity called Sporting Chance, which is down near London, which is a charity that Tony Adams set up. I spent 4 weeks there in rehabilitation, and really it's been a slow process from coming out of there. I mean, the people there were absolutely amazing. The support and help that I got there was really, in my opinion, I think it definitely saved my life, I think. Definitely, I don't think I'm over-exaggerating by saying that.
From the sporting background, from the athletic background, from the macho dressing room background, was it tough to go and get the help you needed?
Yeah, that was the hardest part, was asking for help. To be honest with you, I didn't ask for help. I was too proud. Trying to be too strong. I was forced to go into rehab. Growing up in a very macho sport where you're not supposed to show pain, you're not supposed to show your weaknesses, was my biggest problem, 100%.
So saying that, what would you say to everyone tonight watching if they think they've got problems from whatever walk of life they're from?
I think there's lots of cliches now, and it's good. It's good that there are different messages out there for people who find themselves in similar situations. I think a very good one is my friend Luke Ambler, who's done one, It's Okay to Talk, and it really is okay to talk. I mean, it does take so much pressure off you. I mean, even speaking to you today and probably getting the message out there, it's kind of rehabilitating to be able to talk about these problems that you once held on your shoulders, and they say a problem shared is a problem halved, and it really is.
What kind of a place are you in now?
Yeah, I'm fantastic. It's probably the best mentally I've probably been in my adult life. But I'm still involved in rugby coaching part-time up in Cumbria for Workington Town. My son's 1 year old now, so I spend a lot of time with him, and my wife's working full-time, so I've got a good balance, and rather than missing playing rugby, I'm enjoying not having to run around and to get flogged every day. But I'm still around the rugby league players and coaching now, which makes me feel as though I'm still involved, which is very satisfying.
OK, Leon, we've got to leave it there. Thank you so much for talking to us, and very best of luck for the future.
Thanks very much. Cheers, appreciate it.